Beginning with elections, 20 seats done, 70 more to go in Chhattisgarh. And ahead of the second phase of polls on 17th of November, Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel has made a big announcement for women of the state. The Chief Minister has said that if his government is voted back to power in the state, women will be given an annual financial assistance of 15,000 rupees. This announcement is being seen as a counter to the BJP's promise in the poll manifesto of giving 12,000 per year to married women. Let's first listen in to Chief Minister Baghel.
हर साल गृह लक्ष्मी योजना के तहत 15,000 रुपये का खाता में डाला। ये दिवाली के उपहार, दीपावली के उपहार 15,000। ठीक है, छत्तीसगढ़ गृह लक्ष्मी योजना हमारी सरकार बनी तो सब गृह लक्ष्मी योजना के हम कोई भेद नहीं करा, सब महिला मल्ला जिन गृह लक्ष्मी है वो महतारी भी हो सकते, बेटी भी हो सकते, पत्नी भी हो सकते। गृह लक्ष्मी मतलब
So let's try and break that announcement for our viewers. Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist. We have Shiba Aslam Fehmi, senior journalist. Shiba, if we were to look at real representation in terms of the parties that have fielded women as candidates in these polls, BJP 14 women candidates, Congress 3 in this assembly of 90. The real representation is about empowering them, not just continuing with these announcements of the BJP countering the Congress countering the BJP.
Thank you very much, Maria. See, when we see the tally of all the five states that are going for the assembly elections, we see the disparity, whether it is Congress or BJP or other parties also. We see that the percentage of women is not satisfactory. The commitment of bringing in women into the political arena, particularly in the parliament, and assemblies are not seen there. And this important question is the facade of winnability is a fake facade, because the women within the party are not groomed to be effective candidate. Only the wives and the daughters-in-laws of the continuing members of the party or the sitting MLA MPs are given tickets most of the time. So it is not about the Congress or the BJP. For us women, it is about the commitment within the parties, the gender question within the parties, and how they are looking at it. Even after having this bill passed in the parliament, we don't see any commitment in any of these parties. So for me, the picture is very gloomy.
Yes, certainly it is. Women are being overlooked or not even considered winnable, and that is the reason perhaps most parties have decided not to field them. But Amitabh, the question then is, what is the point of continuously making these announcements? Women can be good as vote bank, but when it is about ensuring that they reach assemblies or parliament and have a voice of their own, that is certainly certainly not acceptable to these men.
Yeah, so it is fairly surprising that, as you mentioned, the women voter is the kingmaker in all these states. The women outnumber the men in 3 states. Their turnout is more than men in 4 states. But when it comes to representation, what the numbers you are showing is that parties have given less than 10% to 15% tickets to women, while they have been promising 33% women reservation. So it means that these bills and statements and everything is purely rhetorical, and the parties do not probably want to give real representation to women. Winnability is one of the criteria, but could be a fake criteria, as ma'am has mentioned, because women voters are actually coming out in large numbers and voting for the parties. So the tendency or the strike rate of the women candidates, in fact, is more than men candidates. And what is surprising for me is Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh Congress has given, I think, some 4 or something you were showing. Chhattisgarh has the highest representation of women MLAs across India. It is 15-16%, despite that the Congress party could find only 4 women candidates to contest elections. I mean, this needs to be called out, but women also do not have much choice. I would say these are the two parties which are available, or they will have to look out for something else. But the promises are empty. It is clearly being seen in
Yes,
the number.
I agree with you, because we have the state-wise data in the upcoming polls, because there are 5 states that are going to polls. If we were to look at Madhya Pradesh, Congress 30 women candidates, BJP 28 women candidates in this assembly of 230, Chhattisgarh 3 women candidates, BJP 14 women candidates, considerably better for the BJP then. In other states, Rajasthan 28 women candidates fielded by the Congress, BJP has fielded 20 candidates. And when we were to look at, say, Telangana, 14 women candidates fielded by the BJP, and Congress 11. My concern here is that how long will this lip service continue? You realize that women are an important constituency, but how long should they be seen as just a constituency? Will women be vocal enough to say that we need representation as much as being seen as an important vote bank? Shiba.
Yeah, actually being vocal is everything in this scenario, because if you are not able to articulate your own agenda within your own party, if you are not being able to put yourself forward, or the agenda of the gender justice forward within the party that you belong to and you have been serving and working for and supporting publicly, then how are you going to get anywhere in politics, in electoral politics particularly? So within parties, women are from here. This is the window from where we can have a peep into the parties, that within these frameworks, the patriarchal system is still existing. There is no space for women to articulate and voice their own agenda and their rights, and only the bahus and the betis, or the family members of the sitting MPs, MLAs are being considered.
Amita, so the larger question is that all this is coming weeks after the entire country celebrated the passage of the Women's Reservation Bill in the Lok Sabha. It was seen as historic. All parties lauded it. All parties voted in the same direction, because they could not have really, afforded women being on the right side of this crucial constituency. But when it is about real empowerment, what we are seeing is essentially everything is falling between the two stools.
Yeah, so it is fairly ironical that in 2 to 3 months ago, we celebrated the Women's Reservation Bill with fanfare. But mind you, there is no fixed date for the implementation of the bill. So maybe everybody jumped the gun. There is no clear date of implementation. That is number one. The women in the political parties have also a role to fight out for the cause of the other women. And I would say that these empty promises would not work, and the women would need to come out and put pressure on these political parties that we will probably vote for nota, or we are not going to vote, or even there is a case for a gender specific party. When we have so many caste based parties in India in hundreds and thousands, why cannot we have a gender specific party? I mean, women will need to come out and fight. The men are not going to give them ticket or...
Absolutely. Amitabh, at least in multiple states, women are being recognized as an important factor, or the X factor for multiple parties. The factor which can tilt the balance of power in favor of one party or the other. So I think that's that will be certainly seen as a good beginning. Perhaps several miles to cover. So happy Diwali to both of you. Thanks so much. Let's shift focus to another story now. 3 people have lost their lives as 5 houseboats were gutted in a fire at Dal Lake. Seen as one of the major tourist draws in Kashmir, the incident has come as a huge blow to the already struggling boatmen in Srinagar. Nazir Masoodi with this report.
Houseboats and hutments reduced to ashes in the middle of Dal Lake. The devastating blaze took lives of 3 tourists from Bangladesh who had stayed in a houseboat. Within minutes, at least 5 houseboats were engulfed with fire. They were completely destroyed before fire officials could control the raging blaze. While several tourists were rescued, 3 Bangladeshi visitors were not so lucky. Investigation is on to find out the exact cause for the fire.
5:15 बजे के करीब का हादसा है ये, तो उसी वक्त एसडीआरएफ, पुलिस और बाकी जो फायर एंड इमरजेंसी का मामला है, सारे मौके पर आ गए और आग पर काबू पाने की कोशिश की गई। लेकिन क्योंकि हाउस बोट का आपको पता है टिपिकल लकड़ी का स्ट्रक्चर होता है, तो एक बार आग लगती है तो विद इन मिनट्स आग जो है पूरी हाउस बोट को खा जाती है। खुद आया हूँ यहाँ इस पूरे इशू को असेस करने के लिए और हमारी तरफ से जितनी मदद हो सकेगी पूरे तरीके से इनकी मदद करेंगे।
उठे तो ये बेसिकली सारा लकड़ है तो इसमें समझ नहीं आता। विद इन 2 मिनट्स, फ्रिक्शन ऑफ 2 मिनट्स एवरीथिंग वाज गॉन। तो ये अगर हम डैमेज देखें ओवरऑल तो ये करोड़ों में सब कुछ खत्म हो गया है। आप खुद भी देख सकते हैं, आपके सामने है, कुछ नहीं बचा है।
The Houseboat Owners Association say number of houseboats have dropped to 750 from 2000 over the last 3 decades. Reason is the ban on construction of new houseboats by court and aging houseboats which do not get repaired on time. The boatmen at Dal Lake say they need more firefighting gear.
वो ट्रेन जाने गया है, वो उनका भी बहुत दुख है। देखिए सब कुछ हाउस बोट बन जाएगा, सब कुछ बन जाता है, लेकिन जो आदमी मरता है तो वो कहाँ आता है। प्रॉब्लम है हमको यहाँ कोई फायर सर्विस नहीं है, यही बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है।
Houseboats are postcard of Kashmir tourism and a major attraction for tourists to visit Valley. Many feel their Kashmir visit incomplete without a houseboat stay. Devastating fire on Saturday has shocked everyone, and those affected are still struggling to come to terms with the loss.
The central government is considering a proposal to promote direct to mobile broadcasting, which will allow millions of mobile phone users easy access to live streaming. Take a look at this report.
The government is considering a new proposal to promote direct to mobile broadcasting based on ATSC3 technology standards to enable millions of mobile phone users unfettered and easy access to live streaming content on their smartphone handsets. This new technology will enable smartphone users to access live broadcast features without any need for cellular networks. ATSC3 standards are currently being used mostly in the US and South Korea. Some global MNCs have claimed that incorporating this technology in smartphones available in India will push up the price of the handset by $30.
So one broadcast.
Former CEO of Prasar Bharati, Shashi Shekhar Vempati, rejects the argument.
IIT कानपुर ने काफ़ी रिसर्च किया हुआ था और उन्होंने अलग अलग स्टैंडर्ड्स को इवैल्यूएट किया और उन्होंने एक रिपोर्ट बनाया है कि किस तरह का D2M टेक्नोलॉजी या डायरेक्ट टू मोबाइल ब्रॉडकास्टिंग टेक्नोलॉजी भारत के लिए सूटेबल है। तो इस पर सरकार के मुझे मालूम हुआ है कि सरकार इस पर विचार कर रही है। जो D2M का टेक्नोलॉजी है वो भारत में बना हुआ है, उसका जो चिप है वो भारत का है, भारत में डिज़ाइंड है। तो एक तरह से ये जो बड़े कंपनीज है ये दे आर फीलिंग थ्रेटेंड और इसका ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट है कि आज इंडियन स्टार्टअप्स आर एबल टू चैलेंज ग्लोबल टेक मेजर्स।
ATSC3 technology has the potential to transform how common people can watch live broadcast content on their smartphone handsets.
सरकार चाहती है कि जो इंडिया में स्मार्टफोन्स हैं, चाहे वो नए स्मार्टफोन्स हों या जो एग्जिस्टिंग स्मार्टफोन्स हैं, उनमें ATSC3 आपको लगता है कि विशेषकर जो दूर दराज के इलाके हैं, दुर्गम इलाके हैं, जहाँ पर लोगों की शिकायत होती है कि सेलफोन के ज़रिए वो अपना नेटवर्क या जो एक्सेस है कंटेंट या बातचीत नहीं कर पाते, उस तरह के डिफ़िकल्ट रीजन्स में भी आपको लगता है ATSC3 टेक्नोलॉजी अगर किसी व्यक्ति के हैंडसेट में होगा, स्मार्टफोन हैंडसेट में, तो वो लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग ब्रॉडकास्ट अलग अलग इवेंट्स का न्यूज़ का देख सकता है।
तो मुझे लगता है आगे जाकर जो जैसे हमने देखा कोविड के समय पे और जब भी कोई डिज़ास्टर होता है, कोई इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन होता है, जैसे जब जम्मू कश्मीर में 370 को लेकर जो एक तरह का माहौल बना था, जब इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है, मोबाइल डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं है, तब उस माहौल में आप जो देश के दूर प्रांतों में हर सिटीजन तक कैसे सही खबर को पहुंचा सकते हैं, सही इन्फॉर्मेशन को कैसे पहुंचा सकते हैं, वो डायरेक्ट टू मोबाइल से ही होगा।
Telecom Equipment Manufacturers Association Chairman N.K. Goyal says, with every upgradation of mobile technology, the cost of handsets goes up. With ATSC3, people will be able to access TV-like content on their smartphones.
4 कंपनियों ने ऑब्जेक्ट किया है, जो आप जानते ही हैं, सैमसंग, क्वालकॉम, नोकिया, एरिक्सन। उनका कहना यह है, 3-4 बातें हैं। एक तो ये कह रहे हैं कि इससे फ़ोन महंगा हो जाएगा। Now the answer from my side is, with every new technology, the phone became costlier. Earlier 2G फोन 700 रुपये का आता था, अब 5G फोन कम से कम 10-15 हज़ार का आता है। हमारा ये मानना है कि हिंदुस्तान का हर नागरिक इसको बदलेगा, चाहे उस पर खर्चा जितना भी आए, वो खर्चा एटलीस्ट टीवी से तो कम होगा और उसके हाथों में टीवी आ रहा है।
Experts say the direct-to-mobile broadcasting based on ATSC3 technology standards is also expected to enable the government to reach out directly to people in the event of a disaster or an emergency incident with critical information. With cameraman Joseph and Himanshu Shekhar, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi kept true to his tradition and celebrated his Diwali with the Jawans, this time in Himachal Pradesh's Lepcha. Prime Minister Modi said, "My festival is wherever the Jawans are." Every year, Prime Minister Modi visits a security installation to celebrate the Festival of Lights with the men in uniform.
मेरे लिए जहां मेरी भारतीय सेना है, जहां मेरे देश के सुरक्षा बल के जवान तैनात हैं, वो स्थान किसी भी मंदिर से कम नहीं है। जहां आप हैं, वहीं मेरा त्योहार है।
And Prime Minister Modi also shared images of Diwali celebrations in Ayodhya, calling the celebration images amazing and unforgettable. He posted on X, and I quote, "The whole country is becoming illuminated with the grand festival of lights of Ayodhya city, illuminated with millions of lamps," unquote. And here are the images of landmark buildings in Delhi, all lit up during Diwali. On your screens, you can see India Gate, Rashtrapati Bhavan, and several other buildings, all looking bright and lit up. And it's Diwali, and a few celebrities have already started their celebrations and posted pictures of what their Diwali dinners look like. Neetu Kapoor shared pictures of Diwali celebrations at Kareena Kapoor Khan's house. Her daughter-in-law, the resplendent Alia Bhatt, was seen in a gorgeous red lehenga in the pictures. Kareena Kapoor Khan shared a picture of Rangoli at her home with her two sons, Jay and Taimur, with husband Saif Ali Khan looking on. The caption on her post read, "When the family decides to do Rangoli or Holi, the idea should be about having fun." Rohit Sharma led Team India extended greetings to their fans ahead of Diwali, sharing their pictures where the players can be seen posing with members of their family. And recently, a video went viral on social media where Rahmanullah Gurbaz was seen silently giving money to needy people on the streets of Ahmedabad so they could celebrate Diwali. Diwali celebrations in India and abroad. Festival of Lights is lighting up New York and several cities all over the world.
Diwali is on its way to becoming a global festival. Just this year in June, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, declared Diwali to be a public holiday for all New York City residents, and city officials claim that more than 200,000 people celebrate the Festival of Lights in this city. I'm at one of the many celebrations happening across the city to celebrate Diwali with the Indian American community here.
It's the first time that we have 250 people coming out for this event, and we are fully sold out, and there were many, many more people that wanted to come than we could even accommodate. So our community is really growing, so it means a lot to be able to do this, and we've really focused on having it be for the kids, which not a lot of the other events are really focused on. We wanted it to be very family friendly.
I think Diwali in New York is special because we're so far away from home. So we put our heart and soul into keeping the tradition alive for our kids, who are sort of many who are born here. They're American, but if their parents are Indian or they have Indian origin, so it's important for them to realize how rich our culture is, how vibrant it is, how much fun it is. New York is very diverse, but you still have people from all faiths and parts of the world here. So we share our culture in the classroom, and what's wonderful to see is how the other kids who are not of Indian origin sort of find similarities between Diwali and the festivals they celebrate with their family. And so it really brings us joy when we get the kids to focus on the similarities between people who are different from them rather than the differences.
I grew up here in the States, so I've actually never celebrated Diwali in India. And when I grew up here, there weren't too many big Diwali celebrations that would happen within the community. And so over the years, it's been cool to see kind of bigger and bigger celebrations. And so when I was growing up, I don't think I really did anything like this. So it's great to see that we can do this now.
Indians come from a variety of diasporas here, so it's an occasion that brings everybody together. We speak a lot of different languages, but Diwali is something that brings us all together. So that's the most exciting thing for me.
Many committees work tirelessly to organize Diwali celebrations for Indians living in the United States. Srinidhi Raghavan is one person behind the celebrations today.
We have several dance performances, Vivarta Arts, and their students will be doing a Kathak dance. We will have Kushi Dance Academy students doing a folk dance medley, and we have Columbia Tal doing a Bollywood dance. And of course we have our youngest children, ages 2 to 9, doing a Ramayan skit as well. And so we're very excited about that. It is a reason to bring the community together to teach the children about our rich history and culture, and to have something that brings us all together besides the day-to-day. And so holidays like this, I think, bring together the core Indian community, but also friends who are not Indian and who want to share in the joy. And that's what you will be seeing tonight, a diverse group of families just doing something that makes us all happy.
I'm excited to celebrate Diwali with everyone over here. I'm Nandini Gupta reporting for NDTV from Manhattan, New York City.